My name is Tim Roswick, and today I want to talk about one of the least sexy subjects known to man, but especially game developers, especially programmers, especially people that have grown up with the internet, instant access to everything. This subject is very non-sexy. So the subject today is the subject of patience, why it's important, what it is, and kind of how you can use it to your advantage in life to make something of yourself. So a lot of the regular viewers on my channel know my story. I spent a lot of time, my earlier years, building startups, building various web applications, testing out a bunch of stuff, learning a bunch of things, messing around with marketing, messing around with a bunch of stuff. Basically, I spent a lot of years of my life just kind of jumping on opportunity, just building random stuff, right? And while I had my marketing company in the early days, I would do contract work for people like SEO, web design, that kind of thing. But on my side time, like my side hustle, if you will, was kind of working on these like different startup ideas, like random stuff. I built platforms. I built like different content management systems. I built a couple different CRMs, which is customer relationship management tools, basically like just a way to keep your contacts organized and like add notes and stuff. I built a lot of little things, little apps and stuff. None of it saw the light of the day though. Like I actually didn't make any money on many different projects of mine. And one of the things that stopped me from going farther with any of these projects, and I actually built some really cool stuff, some stuff that I'm really proud of. But like I didn't have the patience that I needed. And the way that I look at patience is basically the ability to wait for the right thing to happen. Right. And I do think it's an ability because with all of these specific things, I would build them. I would maybe try to grow them. Sometimes I didn't even try to grow them. Sometimes I was just upset that tons of people didn't just come to my website and buy the stuff immediately. I was just upset about that. But other times I would try to grow it, and it just wouldn't work, and I would just quit. I had a partner for a couple of projects actually, and just like for whatever reason, none of the stuff picked up, and this was my partner and I's both of our problems really. The specific CRM that I think we did the best was one that I built to manage my own business, right? Because I had my web design company. Well, it was like marketing web design at that time, before we moved like full into marketing and like bigger stuff down the line. And I built this thing where basically I could type in someone's name and email and all their contact info and stuff. And then I could add notes to them. So like I could read, okay, we sent an email on whatever, waiting to hear back from him. Okay, I talked to him about this. This is deliverable, blah, blah, blah. And then like I had a task list that would like pop up. You said you would do this, this, and this for this client, like in a timeline view. So it was like really kind of useful, right? And I knew that if I used it for my business and I found it useful, I knew that other people would find it useful too. And I had a partner with that, and he was going around trying to sell it to different companies. And it after like 2 or 3 months, the thing took me about 2 or 3 months to build, and then 2 or 3 months we tried to sell it, and it didn't work, man. It didn't work, and I remember seeing this thing called Basecamp. You probably heard it by now. It's a massive CRM tool, and it's very similar to what I built. And they have a multi-million-dollar company. 37 Signals. They've written books on it, all kinds of stuff. And I remember seeing that and just being like, "Damn, I didn't have the patience to stick through that." There was another thing that I built called BrandBot, which was based on a Google tool that actually Google Alerts. Google Alerts, if you don't know, would send you emails on stuff every time someone mentioned your name or whatever you wanted to search for. Every time Google found a new result for that search term, it would email you. So I built something on top of Google Alerts that I called BrandBot, which basically would categorize a search term. So I could go to brands, for example, because I worked at a marketing company like with people. I would say, hey, we can run BrandBot on your company's name, and then anytime anybody mentions your company ever, you'll get a whole spreadsheet. Like that day, you can log into the software and you'll see everywhere that your company's been mentioned. That was super useful. Spent a couple months trying to sell it. Didn't work. I knew it was useful because I built it and I used it for myself. I used it for my own name. I used it for a couple different things I was interested in. Destiny was coming out. Everybody was talking about this new crazy game that was supposed to be from the creators of Halo. I used it for that. I all the Destiny news I wanted. It was just I knew it was useful, but I couldn't sell it, and I gave up a couple months down the line. And I didn't have the patience, man. Because you know what? There are many different tools that do that these days, and they make a lot of money. A lot of money. Didn't have the patience to stick through it and just gave up. And all this stuff just ended up on a hard drive somewhere, right? I spent months building this stuff, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. And that kind of leads me to everything that I've done in game development the last 18 months. The one thing that I made a decision to do when I got serious about Game Dev Underground, because Game Dev Underground was it started technically in 2013, and I made a decision in 2017. Now I think it was to it was like early 2017, something like that, or late 2016, something like that. That I was gonna go at YouTube and use that as a channel to build Game Dev Underground, uh, and I would do it as long as it took. And it took a long time in the beginning with no results. It took a lot of stuff, a lot of work. And it's still, sometimes it feels like so slow. Like I look at these other guys that are like 100,000 people, million people, multi-millions of people. Like I'm at 26,000. Like I feel like I'm going slow sometimes. But the one thing that's helped so much is that patience, knowing that this stuff is going to take a very long time, knowing that my marketing company took me 5 or 6 years to build it to the point where it was making money and it was sustaining me and my partner and is making money beyond that where we could reinvest in the company. um, Having gone through that experience and learning all that, I knew that going into YouTube and building games and becoming a game developer and making games and all this stuff was gonna take a long time, right? But it takes the patience and the dedication to keep at it. And a lot of people don't have the patience, especially younger people these days. I see people in their early 20s, fresh out of high school or fresh out of college, not far from my age, right? I'm not saying I'm some old and wise magician here. I'm just saying that, like, I've seen it happen over and over again. People jump in and I see them do the same stuff that I was doing. All the cool stuff that I built, all the business ideas that I had, all the stuff that I tried once or twice or 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. And I see them just say, oh, it doesn't work. See the same thing with a couple of people that ask me for help on stuff. They try Facebook ads. They're like, oh, Facebook ads doesn't work. How long did you try it for? 2 days. How are you going to judge an entire platform with billions of people with 2 days of trying it out? Like, say ads don't work. I hear people say things like email marketing doesn't work. How long did you try it? Well, we have an email list of 100 people and we didn't make any money. Really? Like, I have literally generated millions of dollars with email marketing. You're going to tell me it doesn't work because you have 100 people and you tried it for a couple days. No, this stuff takes patience. It takes long time. It is going to continue to take a long time. Anything that you build, anything that's worthwhile, any company, any creative project, any business, anything that you want to build to outlast you or to generate revenue or to create something great, it's going to take you a long time. And you should not be afraid of that long time, right? Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, you're going to doubt yourself. I doubt myself all the time, especially with like the YouTube stuff, right? Because I've never like been past where I'm at. I'm just like, it doesn't seem to be going. It's not going. It's not working. It's not working. But I know that if I'm patient, it keeps working. Everything in my life that I've been patient with has ended up working. As long as you pay attention and you course correct where you need to, right? Not just putting in blind work every day. I'm paying attention to what I'm doing and figuring stuff out and learning the hard way. But patience, man, patience. I have a demon in my game. bosses. His name is Patience, the Demon of Anger, in Philophobia, and I'm gonna get a tattoo of that character because that character is significant in my life. Patience is one of those things that has changed the course of my life. And I've showed my tattoo before. It says, "Live, love, matter." It's my to-do list for life. But patience is so important to me that I think that's going to be my second body ink, because that's how important it is to me. So if you're wondering why stuff's not working, how long of a time scale are you on? How big of a project really is this? How long is this taking you? Right? Do you have the patience to stick with it? Because if you don't have patience, you're gonna have a hard time in any industry, period, not just game development. But that's all I got for you. Let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to hear from you. I will be in the comments. I will be responding to comments, so please let me know your thoughts. If you like the video, hit thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts. And I will see you tomorrow. See you later.